Hi, just the other month I did a video at my old lab when I was like just about to clear it out and move into the new lab. I did like a video tour. I might have to link that in if you haven't seen it. Anyway, turns out like Rohde Schwarz saw that video and they were a bit disturbed by my lack of, or the quality of the power supplies in the EEVblog lab. So they said, hey, we're going to send you something cool. And sure enough, 3 boxes have turned up. Thank you very much, Rohde Schwarz. They, seemed probably offended at the type and quality of my lab power supplies. So they went, we'll send you some real power supplies you can use in the lab. So thank you very much, Rohde Schwarz. So this will be, I guess, maybe like a quick unboxing, quick play around, and maybe some teardowns. Let's go. Oh, I love a high quality power supply. Like probably the best one I've got here, like a general purpose lab supply, is that Rigol one, which we had so many issues with, and I did so many videos on getting that fixed, but it's okay. And I've got a couple of old ones that I built when I was a kid, and I've got a couple of good HP ones, or HP/Agilent ones. Now this Keysight rubbish, but they're like large, big system DC power supplies. Not really very useful. Nice supplies, but not very useful for general lab use. So apparently they sent me some very schmick lab power supplies. Let's take a look. Let's start with the biggest one. Is that somebody who's tested that? What's Sarin N? Thought N Sarin, someone's name? I don't know. Aussie power plug with a couple of spare fuses, HRC. Decent ceramic ones, nice. That's what we're gonna get. One of those. Oh, doesn't that look like sex on a stick? Basic safety instructions. Comes with the calibration certificate. Looks like we've got a 4-channel, 384 watt HMP4040. HMP, that'd probably be the HMEG one. So they're probably branded Rohde Schwarz, because it's Rohde Schwarz up the top, but designed and maybe built in the HMEG factory. They bought out HMEG a long time ago. Power supply, tested, RMS, peak voltmeter. There's the stuff they use to measure it. Sweet. Nice to get a cow certificate with it. So sometimes that's good enough for the company metrologist who's in charge of, calibration at like large companies. They'll have someone in charge of this. Often they'll go, no, we don't trust anything that comes from the manufacturer. We need to send it away straight away to get it independently tested at our favorite test house. But, this is Rohde Schwarz. It's going to be fine. Wow, this is a beast. That's interesting. Look at this. They got like a hinged kind of arrangement like that with cardboard on there to protect the controls and the connectors or whatnot. There's a bit of cardboard on the bottom just for, I guess, to keep it all together. That's very, very nice. Oh, wonder if they got a patent on that. Yeah, look at that. Cut out to protect the controls. Oh, beautiful. Rohde Schwarz probably have a packaging engineer who took pride in designing that packaging. That's fantastic. Oh, look at this. Oh, that's sex on a stick. That's a real power supply. Wow, look at that. Rohde Schwarz branded HMP4040, programmable power supply, 384 watts. Wow, no binding posts. These are banana plugs, so probably more suited to like a system integration thing. I don't know if you can buy like a rack kit for this. They don't seem to have holes on the side for like a rack thing, but you could probably, I'm sure you could. I guarantee it actually, they'd sell you some sort of rack kit for this, but doesn't that look schmick? Earth terminal on the front. If you're using this as your everyday one, but you could make like an adapter that sort of plugged into there and had some binding posts as well if you wanted to. There's plenty of room there. I might actually design one actually with the sense lines coming back and nice big binding posts on there. Nice keypad. It looks like those buttons, do they light up? They look sort of transparency. We've got 4 channels on here. Beautiful. What's on the back? Something's on the top. Look at this. It looks like we can probably stack them. What do you think? I reckon we're going to be able to stack these puppies. Yep, matches up. Look at that. Stackable. Nice. Got 2 fans on the side, and the other side was a heatsink inlet, but they've got inlets on the top as well. So let's have a look on the back. Oh, look at this. Rear channel outputs as well. Beautiful. And it looks like, I think it's probably optional, the Ethernet USB interface. Ah, sweet as. Verify your line voltage. Yep, 230 volts. Warranty expires if broken. Well, we might have to bust that right open. Engineered in Germany, manufactured in Malaysia. Interesting. And this thing weighs a ton too. Oh, it's going to be a linear supply. None of that switching rubbish. I know everyone wants to see inside it, but I do want to power it up. Just stoke this baby up. Oh yeah, all the buttons light up. Look at that. It's going through its self-test. Oh, whoa, fan noise. Well, no, it just stopped. So obviously it just powered on for a second. Not sure if you heard that. You probably did. That's nice display. It's a dot matrix, but it's got exactly what you want. Nice big, large fonts here. Look at that. 3-digit resolution on the thing, and you've got your voltage, your current, and your power. There's no indication of like constant current, constant voltage mode, so I'm not sure what the deal is there. Let's just have a bum around with it. Haven't read the manual at all, so it looks like we can put channel 1. It'd be nice if the buttons were like here next to it. Are they color coded? No. There you go. So there's no indication on the screen that it's on or off, but that's okay because you've got the nice big bright LEDs here. Oh, output. Hang on. Oh, there we go. Right, so you've got okay, so output on, and then you can turn individual ones off or on. Okay, bit of residual here, but it's giving you the true readback there. So yeah, so that's not the set voltage, that's the red, and this isn't the set current, this is the readback current. There you go, so a little bit of residual offset. You'd expect that. If we go voltage on, oh, look at that. Okay, so we've got our cursor. We can, whoop, oh, did it time out? I think it timed out. So we can adjust it like that. No worries. That's pretty easy. Or we can just go, can we just go 1, enter, like that. So 5.05, enter. Sweet. So this is a 40 volt, is it? Was it? No, 32 volt. And current, there we go, by default goes over to the least significant digit. Yeah, and it times out. Okay, can understand why they did that, I guess. Whether or not it's annoying or not, I'd have to use it in anger to tell you, but okay, fair enough, I can understand that. No, 5 amps, so 32 volts, 5 amps per channel. They're all galvanically isolated channels, and they're all got the same power on each channel. Oh yeah, duh, tells you down there, 0 to 32 volts, 0 to, oh, 10 amps, 160 watts max. So why could we only go to 5? That's because, everyone's already guessed it, if we turn off 2 of the channels, I betcha we can go to 10 amps. No? Oh, okay, so, yeah, right, that's the one you're entering. That's interesting. It's flashing purple. I hope the colours are sort of showing up there. So, if we turn off that, now can we do 10 amps? Now we can do 10 amps. There you go, if you've got a single channel. Would have been nice if it had the set current on the display here. You know, there's room to put like, you know, set, or, you know, set equals in a small font. Something like that, so you know what your set current is. I think that's a bit of an oversight. Then we've got menu-y stuff. Fuse link in between the channels. That's like a software fusing type thing. Fuse delay, over voltage protection. I don't know if that's software over voltage protection or true hardware. Arbitrary capability, because you can actually program these and have step responses and do all sorts of jazz. So reset device, information. Hello. I've got to press it. There you go. When your firmware, fancy pantsy power supply with firmware. Next box, we don't have any of the flippy foam thing, but look at the custom foam padding around the controls and everything. Beautiful. So what's this one? It's a smaller beast, and we got the once again 2 HRC fuses and the little terminal block as well. Awesome. Now this one looks more like a little general purpose bench supply. Oh, look at look at the depth of those binding post slash banana shrouded banana jacks. They are ridiculously deep. Wow, I have not seen anything like that before. Why blue? Why blue? Is that because it's Rohde Schwarz blue instead of black? They had that on the other one too. I didn't really notice that. But yeah, blue with black as the cents. 2 blacks as the cents. So, interesting. This one is another triple output power supply. Let's put this up. It's the NGE 100. By the way, if you want to ask the price on these are not like hobbyist power supplies. These are, professional quality system power supplies designed and built for and spec'd for professional applications. So I believe this one is the NGE series is one of their lower cost ones. This one's I think starts from just like $990 bucks US. I think it's like 1,600 Australian. I'll try and get some prices and put it up. But yeah, isn't this sweet? Still weighs a decent amount. It's nothing to tell you what the specs are. There we go. 0 to 32 volts, 0 to 3 amps, 33 watts on each channel. Nice. That makes a very nice little compact bench power supply. I really like that. The stacking is not the same, and they haven't got the same things on there, but they do have the cutout. I think that's going to mate up with that on the top, so it looks like you can stack those. Sweet. Curiously, this one does have USB on the front, and that looks like a big ass fan on the top. So that's interesting, but if you stack them, it's not going to, it kind of affects the efficiency of the fan, but it's not going to block it because you're still going to have like a decent clearance there with the feet on the bottom, so it can still suck the air in, but it will affect the efficiency just a little bit, but I'm sure they've done the business on that. Back panel, we've got LAN and USB. Looks like that's standard. And digital I/O. Look at that. 4-channel digital I/O. So you can like do, system control and stuff like that. All these power supplies are designed for, system integration and programming inside test racks and stuff like that, which is one of the things I used to do for a living. And having digital outputs like this is nice. You can interface this to custom, relay switching boxes that tests, loads and DUTs in and out, device under test in and out, and stuff like that. So yeah, that's really nice. We've verified. It's 230 volts. Thank you very much. Let's power it up. And I love the compact nature of this. And this is really nice as a general purpose small bench supply. I can hear the fan. Better turn off. LXI, geez, it's taken a while to boot. The other one booted quicker than this. Oh, no. No, fail on the boot time. Oh, twiddle your thumbs. There we go. What was that? I don't know. Agonizing 15 seconds, but the fan switched off. So we're going to have a software controlled fan. So that's nice and yeah, I can't see it turning. So I think it's completely switched off. But there you go. We've got nice big, once again, a high resolution dot matrix, a higher resolution than we had before. This one's fancy pantsy color, but it's not color coded like they could have maybe, oh yeah, no, there it is, orange, blue, yellow. I would have like put a big, like made the big outline there orange and that big outline there like the whole background, the blue and the orange and the yellow, or is that too gaudy? The yellow's too close to the orange for my liking. I would have chosen a different color there. I'm not sure how that's going to show up on camera, assuming I've got my color balance nearly correct. My lab lights, I bought some new lab lights and they weren't their rated color temperature, and they're really crap, so I've got like a mixed color temperature in here at the moment. It's really quite annoying. Orange and yellow. Okay. Once again, I've got a knob interface. We've got the output, so you can turn the output on and then you can go boop, like that. Okay, so that changes from white to green, and boom, boom. All right, so what you've got to do now is, there we go, voltage channel 1, 2, 3. Oh no, that works the same, Be nice if it came up with a different color, but it doesn't, like the other one, but it doesn't matter. It's still, yeah, we can jump, and then we can, by default, the digit is different. By default, it was 0.1 volts before, so that is significantly different. That works pretty well. There doesn't seem to be a velocity control on that. It looks like each indent, and it is nicely indented, by the way. And I guess the way you enter it is, choom, like that. Sweet. Oh, what's this? Press for live mode. Hold down for live mode? What does that mean? Oh, okay. There you go. That one has your velocity control. There you go. So if you press and hold on the channel like that, can you go to 2? What? Hang on. Why is it drawing an amp? What? 13.6 watts? What? Oh, because that's the set. Okay. See, it should tell you that it's set. Surely that's the set current. Okay, so when you switch it off, and it goes to white, it shows you your set current. Okay. And when you go live like that, it shows it right. Okay. You have to get used to this sort of stuff. There's nothing inherently wrong with it. There you go. In live mode, we swap between them like that instead of choosing the channels up here, which is different to what we had before. But here we go. In live mode, it goes 10 millivolt steps like that with each indent. Actually, I just did an indent and it didn't change. Indent didn't change, indent changed. So it looks like it must be doing like 5 after that. You'd have to hook like a higher resolution voltmeter up to see that. So every second step is 10 millivolts, okay? So it's probably 5 millivolts per step. And so you go slowly, faster, faster, faster. Ooh, that's a bit too fast for my liking on the velocity control. Look, almost within... How many? Count the resolutions as I turn these. 1, 2. Like within 2, I went from. Let's try that again. I'm a thumbs up the top. 1 revolution. 2. By the time I go around 2, I think it's through the full range. So I think it's nice that they have the velocity control. That just seems too much. I'd like at least like 10 turns, at like 5 turns of my control before I went through the full range or something like that. Yeah, that's just, it's too quick. Of course, I am nitpicking about this. It's kind of, these aren't out very far. It's sort of hard to see. If you have a look, you can just kind of, these don't come out very far. You can just make out, these aren't big holes in there. So you can just stick your wire under there. I don't know, they're kind of not the best binding posts I've seen, but yeah, and they stick out. I don't know how to convey how far they stick out, but it's a long way. It's comically long. But, of course, you can put your big shrouded leads in there. That's the idea behind it. So, but why you need the shrouded ones that deep for just like a low voltage power supply like this? I don't know. Hold on to your hat. That's a Wi-Fi symbol. Oh, that's not touchscreen, is it? No. That's like Wi-Fi. It's probably got Wi-Fi built in. There's your digital I/O. That's very nice. It's got easy ramp as part of their ramping, and ARB, as I said, part of the programmability and stepping functionality of this supply, which is going to be very comprehensive if you go down the rabbit hole in that respect. And the menu, yep, there you go, wireless LAN. Sweet. I don't know if that's standard. I'll check on that. But yeah, we can set that up. Oh, option K102 not installed. Oh, no, you teased me with the wireless LAN option. Come on, doesn't cost much to put wireless LAN in something, but all the manufacturers do it. Oh, what's service? And to access the service menu. System test. Run display test, buzzer test, fan test. For those playing along at home, shows the last calibration date. That's nice. Change the keypad fallback time, the display brightness, buzzer sound. I wanted the screen to be a bit brighter, actually. So we'll whack that up. Yeah, there we go. That's better. And that's where you install your license. Yeah, wireless LAN is just a license option. It's not a physical option. And the digital I/O not installed either. Oh, I don't even get the Ethernet. Ah, bummer. Hey, but I'm not complaining. I got it for nix, so winner. Oh, I missed that. Look, you can photo button. You can hold that down and it's going to presumably take a screen capture to your USB stick. Oh, nice. You know, it's like handy for like documentation. It just looks neater than taking a photo of the screen. That's just nice, but that's what happens when you got a Linuxy thingy. And this one opens a bit differently. Opens on the end instead of on the top. So once again, got our fusies. Nice. Service that adds value. Rohde Schwarz service. Support, training, calibration. Oh, look. They look happy. They're very consistent with their document menus. Oh, maybe we've got that one instead of this one, instead of the big jobby. Oh, look at that. There we go. Oh, different type of styrofoam. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a nice looking slim bench one too. Does take up a lot of floor area, but in terms of like height, and you can stack these. Imagine having a big stack of these on your bench. Oh, wouldn't you kill for that? Beautiful. Once again, we've got the a similar thing here. I'm probably what we're probably going to do with this is we're going to do a little board that has, hopefully if we can get the distance, that has 2 banana plugs and the binding post in the center of that. So we can put one here, and then have one here, and all that compatible across the power supplies. Anyway, that's the HMP4040 as opposed to the HMP4040. So there you go. Looks like it's the same width, but sort of weighs much less, and it's almost half the height there. So, oh, nice. But of course, if you're going to have one on the bench, you may as well have this. But of course, there's a big price difference between the 4-channel with the higher power, and this one's only a 2-channel, 188 watts. So, and we've got the same Ethernet USB interface that'd be compatible across the devices. And we've got the rear panel connections, both sense and power, for the channels on the back, which the smaller NGE 100 series didn't have, because it's not really designed for like a rack integration and stuff like that. This is more something that you'd plug into a rack, and generally in racks you don't want cables coming out the front. You generally want them all coming back and all the cabling and everything right at the back of the rack, so it's neat and tidy. Depends on what your needs are. If you need to plug them in and out all the time, then you know the front is more useful, but of course having the terminals on the back, you'd all permanently wire that in, so that's pretty sweet. So that's really what signifies a system power supply as opposed to a bench power supply, is having the remote stuff on the back. But no digital I/O this time. Sitting in the design review meeting, how many vent holes do you think we need in this thing? Just pepper the lot. She'll be right. But that actually raises the question of why actually do that if you've got like, that's like an inlet. There's heatsink there, right? So you've got a fan on the other side which is sucking the air through like that, but you don't necessarily want it. Well, you might want it to come through the top and stuff like that, but also this would help with radiation as well. So, you know, you get the radiant heat not being trapped in there, it's coming out, so that may mean that you can draw more power from it, and if you don't have anything blocking it on top, the heat can radiate out, and of course they'd have temperature sensors in there to know when to turn on the fan and how much and all that sort of stuff. So if you've got some additional radiant holes on the top, then that might help turn your fan on at a higher power setting. So, you know, you might gain some advantage from that. And of course, this one will be exactly the same as the 4040, but it's the 0 to 32 volts, 0 to 5 amps. This channel, though, is 0 to 10 amps. So, yeah, that's a decent mix. I mean, having a 10 amp capable supply, because my Rigol is only 3 amps, so many times have I come a guts with that, and I've had to like parallel channels, and that you can do that, but you know, it's not terrific. I believe that you can, well, this one's got, these supplies all have tracking capability. I'm not sure if you can parallel them up like within, like internally with the relays. I'll have to RTFM on that one. But yeah, this one having a 10 amp channel like that, this one you can get, of course, in different models. There's a 3-channel model, or having just the 2-channel one with a higher current on one channel, I think is potentially more useful. Depends on your needs, than like a 3-channel at like 3 amps or something like that. Having 10 amps is just really nice. And of course, that one's going to work exactly the same. So you can go voltage, channel 1, or you can select channel 2, and then you can either tweak it like that. Well, you have to, sorry, this one doesn't have a keypad on this one. So, yep, no velocity control on there. Does it have that live? No, it doesn't have the live mode that the NGE 100 series has by the looks of it. So if I hold that down, no, it doesn't seem to have it. So that's like an NGE series new feature. Anyway, the display on this is bright, very readable. No, we do lose it like at the sides a little bit like that, but it's actually really quite nice. You have it up on a rack and you're looking down like that. It's just, sorry about the glare and stuff like that. But yeah, really nice display. Yes, confirmed. They do stack. Look at that. Little bit of play in that, but yeah, they're not going to fall off. So thank you very much, Rohde Schwarz, for sending in this bonanza of power supplies. It's just absolutely awesome. They took pity on the crap ones I had here in the lab, and these are going to be incredibly useful, no doubt, and they're worth every cent. They are beautifully engineered. These are not cheap power supplies. I mean, this one starts from just under $1,000, and these ones, double or triple depending on the configuration. They have lots of different configurations and options depending on what you want. Like this one, as I said, can have like 3 outputs, and you can get, this one, I think it's 5 and 5 amps, or you can get the one with the 10 amps plus the 5 amps that we've got here, and this beautiful 4 output one. And as I said, I'm going to make some little adapters just to make these a little bit more usable, because the binding posts are very handy, and it's a shame that they didn't actually provide those binding posts. But these, as I said, system power supplies, and it could take me a month of Sundays to do reviews on this. But if you want me to do any video looking at specific stuff on these things, I'm sure they're going to do the business and meet their specs handsomely, because Rohde Schwarz gear always does. That's what you're paying for. So these are absolutely brilliant and will be a great addition to the lab. I'll probably keep this one here because it's nice and like it's a nice smaller compact one, probably on this bench here, so that I can permanently power up stuff that I'm playing around and experimenting around with and stuff like that. So that's going to be really handy, and they're nice performers, the programmable stuff, because we're working on the micro supply, and we may want to do some some automated testing and other stuff. So yeah, we might have to get the remote options for these, and let us know if you want us to do some playing around with some of the cool, the sequencing. I think it can go down to, don't quote me on this, like 10 millisecond pulses and stuff like that it can do, and all sorts of sequencing stuff, and really powerful capabilities inside these things. It's hard to scratch the surface in any sort of review. You could do an hour-long review of just a simple power supply like this one, with all its even this is not really designed for automation, but it's got a lot of that automated sequence and other stuff, functionality in it. So yeah, these are fantastic. Thank you very much, Rohde Schwarz, and if you like the video, please give it a big thumbs up. As always, you can discuss in comments down below or over on the EEVblog forum, and I'll link to these power supplies down below if you want to check them out. Catch you next time.